Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel Learn Web Coding. My name is Durgesh Sahani and we are creating series of video tutorials for Google Cloud Platform. So in the previous session we have completed Google Cloud Storage. Now in this session I'm going to introduce you one more new product of GCP, which is Google Compute Engine, and we will see how to set up instance of GCP Compute Engine and how to log in into the our instance by using SSH. So what is Compute Engine? Compute Engine is like a infrastructure provided by Google where you can create your virtual machines, VMs, and based on your requirements, like how many core CPU you want, how many memory you want, how many disk space you want, based on that you can create your VMs, even operating system, which type of operating system you need, and based on your requirement you can scale it up or down. So let's go ahead and see how we can create an instance. So I mean in Compute Engine, if you want to read more about it, then simply go to the cloud.google.com, and from here you can select this products, then Compute Engine, and after that if you scroll little bit down here, you will get more details about what is Compute Engine, why you can use it, and if you are familiar with the AWS, then it is similar to EC2. So who is using it, how, I mean they have given all the details, and then here in the documentation section you will find quick start links and all the tutorials and guides and everything. So from here, if you want to set up Linux VMs, then simply go here and see they have given the steps how you can create your instance. So first you have to create your project or select your project. If you have already created, then enable some you should be having this billing enabled to your project, then enable the API, Compute Engine API, and then create virtual machine instance. This is the important part here. You can give the name, then you can select the regions, zone, based on your requirements, select the CPU and memory, then you can select your operating systems. This will create your Compute Engine service account, and then um, here you can select the firewall. I mean if you want to run your web server over here, then definitely you have to use this HTTP or HTTPS. If you have domain name, then you have to select this HTTPS as well if it is running on SSL. So after that, once you have completed that creating stuff, then you can connect uh, to it by using simply this SSH. So they have given their very cool feature here. Within the browser you will be able to connect to your instance. Okay, so let's see how we can create our own instance. Go to navigation menu, and from here if you scroll a little bit down, you will find under computes there is a link for Compute Engine. So click on that. So it will take you here instances, and if you have any instance running, it will show you here. But let's click on this create button. It will take you to the same page which we are seeing in the this documentation. Now you can give any name whatever you want, so I'm just going to give learn web coding. Oh, I think everything should be in small letters, so make sure you're writing that in small letter. Then you can add labels. You can select the label reasons based on your I mean where your site is mostly served. Based on that you can select this Asia Pacific, Europe, or Americas. So for me the nearest one is Mumbai, so I can choose that, but I'm going with the default one. So from here you can select which type of your CPU you want, first generation, second generation, and you can choose that. So it will impact your pricing. One more cool thing I want to show you here is, so whatever you're going to select this configuration, based on that it will show you how much data how much money you're going to spend on this instance. Okay, then from here you can choose your operating system. By default Debian is selected, but it supports a number of operating systems, even Windows Server, Ubuntu, Red Hat, CentOS. So based on your requirement, choose the operating system. but I'm going with the Debian one only. So from here you can select SSD or a normal hard disk drive, and from here you can select the size. So let's keep the same one, but you can choose according to your requirement, and let's use the default or service account. Then from here you can choose, yes, we want to serve this with HTTP. Check this checkbox and then simply click on this. I think that they have given some more additional features. If you want to manage, you can by you going through it. Okay, now just click on this create, and it will create an instance within a couple of minutes, and your instance will be ready with the following, whatever the we have chosen the specification, right? Till the time it is ready, let's see some more information about it. If you want to create another one, oh, here you can see how fast it created our instance with our specifications. Now from here you can create a new instance. You can even import your VM if you have exported it, or if you have your own custom image, you can refresh it. If I select here, I can stop it, reset it, or even I can delete it. So one more cool thing about it, you have created an instance and you have installed so many softwares. Now you want to duplicate it, so simply you can go here and snapshots, and you can create a snapshot of that VM. So you can select it from here. So I want to create a snapshot of this. You can give the name, description, and you can create. Now in the next time you can simply use this snapshot to create your instance, and all the softwares will be ready for you. Now here you can see external IP address. If you click on that, so it's going to serve your HTTP, and it will run your application over here. But as we don't have any Apache installed and all, so it is not showing me. But I'm going to show you how to log in and how to excuse me. So from here you can see there are the various options available. You can use any SSH client tool to log in into this system, or even you can use SDK to log in into the system using gcloud command. But I'm going to use the simplest one, is SSH. So once you click on it, one pop-up will open and it will try to log into your VM. So I'm connecting it for the first time, so it might take a minute, but it will be quick. You can see establishing connection to SSH server, and here you go, you are within your instance. Now if you see pwd, so you can see under home one user is created, and you can see here user at the rate learn web coding. This is the instance name. So we are in our inside our VM. Now you can perform all the operation which you actually doing on your system. So if you have a Debian operating system, so whatever the commands you are using, however you are configuring your application, so you can do all of those things. So simply I just want to update its repository, so I just simply go and say sudo apt update, and it will update this for you. And after that, see, we want to run Apache based application. So if you want to install that software, then you can simply go here and say sudo apt install Apache 2 and hit enter, say yes, and it will download Apache for you in few seconds, or maybe in a minute your Apache will be ready. And if you want to serve this, see, now Apache is successfully installed. Now if you go to the your console, here as we are seeing here, this is the IP address, external IP address. If you click again here, then it should run our Apache, right? And you can see this is the default location where www.html, and here we have index.html file. Now let's go and create our own file over there. So I'm going here cd where www.html, and ls. So here we have index.html file. Now let's go here and create one more file. So let's say echo, or maybe we can say, let's say echo, no issue, echo hello there into file.html. okay, let's say sudo touch file.html ls. Now we have file.html. If you open it by using any tools like Nano or vi, so I'm going to use Nano. Let's say sudo nano file.html, and here you can say hello there, and Control O for saving. Now if you go to browser again and slash, you can say file.html and refresh, you can see our file is getting served over this virtual machines. So this is how you can set up your instance. You can log into it, you can execute all the commands you want. Now in the next session I'll show you how to install PHP and MySQL and run your MySQL based application over it. So this is all about this video session. Now I'll see you in the next session. So thank you very much guys for watching. If you like my videos, please don't forget to subscribe my channel, and if you have any doubts, please do let me know in comment box. So thanks again for watching.